Morning, students. I'm audible. Thank you. Thanks for the acknowledgement. So today we will work with the rest of the controls that what we have not seen till now. So till now, I think we have come across in Unit-5 the GUI components, especially graphical user interface. We have learned from the native platform in terms of AWT, abstract windowing toolkit. Now we are working with the Java Swing, which could be completely interoperable in all the environments. So till the sessions that we have seen button and checkbox that we have seen. So today we will get into some of the other items also. So text field. So today we will see continuously all the controls. After closing that, because today we will close our syllabus, then later we will go for collaborative learning. So maybe you are able to see the program. So here we are going to create the text field. So here I'm going to create two text fields, right? So how to create the text field? As usual, first we have to create the frame, right? Frame is created. Next I have to create two text boxes and I'm setting the size of the text box, right? So text field, that is the class name that you have to use, J text field. So I have created two text fields, okay? So after creating two text fields, I am setting the size for the corresponding text field. After setting the size, what I am doing, I am adding those text boxes into the frame. I am adding the text boxes into the frame. After adding into that frame, this is the frame size and this one is the regarding layout. This is the visibility of my JFrame while I am going to execute my program. That's all. A very simple one. So what we have to do, we have to create a frame. We have to create the text field. We have to set the size of the text field. We have to add the text field into the frame. That's all. That will make us to show this control, right? So let us run this program and see. As usual, copy this. The REPL compiler that we are going to execute. Due to connectivity, it is showing failed to connect. Yes, let it to connect. Till the meantime, we will come across the other programs too. Okay. So next one is how can I incorporate event with the text field? That's what we are going to see. How can I incorporate event with the text field? Right. So what I am doing here, I am creating 3 text fields and 2 buttons. Okay, in this program. So this program is purely to demonstrate the nature of event handling, that what we can associate with the text field, right? In the previous program, we have seen how to create text fields, right? That's what we have seen. So now we are going to create the text field and we are going to do event handling with the text field, right? So how I am going to do that? So first I am creating the frame. As usual, I am creating the frame. Next I am going to create 3 text fields and I am setting the size, right? I am setting the size. So next I'm creating 2 buttons. Already we know how to create buttons using J button. We are creating 2 buttons. Since we are creating buttons, there must be an action listener for that. That is the reason why for 2 buttons, I am adding 2 separate action listeners for this. Okay. So finally, how many controls we have created? 3 plus 2, 5 controls we have created. Add all those controls into the frame. So all the 5 controls are being added into the frame. 3 text fields and 2 buttons. Next, as usual, the other things. Now event handling that we will see, right? So how this event handling is going to happen, right? So in the event handling, if you observe what we are going to do, there are 3 text boxes and 2 buttons. Okay, there are 3 text boxes and 2 buttons. I am going to receive inputs from 2 text boxes. Okay, I am going to receive inputs from 2 text boxes. Then after receiving those inputs, I am converting those, because in text box whatever that we are going to receive, that will be available as a string. That string will be converted into an integer using wrapper class. Okay, it will be converted into integer. Now I am going to listen to the button. Okay, I am going to listen to the button. What the purpose of button? I am creating 2 buttons. One button is for addition, one button is for subtraction. Right? E dot get source will help me to enable and link with the corresponding events. Okay, will help me to enable with the corresponding events. Okay, so either if I am going to click plus will be received through get source, the corresponding action, right? If it is going to be minus, means through get source I will receive that subtraction operation. So if which is going to be received for that corresponding action will be uh, work it out over on the received variables, received values available in the a and b, right? So if it is going to be an addition, it will perform a plus b. If it is going to be a subtraction, it will perform a minus b. So now any one of the operation have been happened. After that, the result will be available in C, right? That C will be displayed in the text box. So by converting into a corresponding string, right? String dot value of C. So finally, that result will be set text of the result. The final value is going to be stored in the third text box. So via 2 text box, I am receiving the input that are converted into integer. Operation is performed on that. Using action listener, I am ready to listen to the event of either button 1 or button 2. Depending upon my result, the content will be reflected on the corresponding third text box. Right? This is what happening in this. So this is the way to associate the event with the text field. So now let us see the previous program is ready to run. Right, now the environment is ready to run. So we will face the first program. Right, we will run it. So now we are creating only 2 text boxes, 2 text fields, right? So you could able to see here. Right. So here you could able to see 2 text boxes, first and second, right? So this program will give us creation of only text boxes. Now in the next program, what we have seen till now, it is going to perform even handling with these text boxes, right? Now I will stop this. Out, close this. Right. Now control A, controls. So let me paste the program with even handling for text field. Let us run this. So three text boxes. Yes. Now you could able to see. So and one more thing that I forgot to convey this. This is the third one is a non-editable text box. That's what I have given this as set editable equal to false. Set editable of false. The rest of the text boxes I can type whatever I want to do, right? But here it is not possible for me to do that. That's what it has been conveyed. So in the first text box, I'm going to give 5. Sorry. So I'm going to give 5. Going to give 3. So some issue is there. Okay. Now let us run again. So due to net connectivity, without pressing that, I have gone to the second text field. That is the reason why it had generated that exception handling. See, you can incorporate exception handling. If I'm going to give empty text box, what I have to do, that must be conveyed, right? So that's what the content is being thrown exception. So 8, and I am giving 5. I am giving plus 8 plus 5, 13, right? Suppose 8, 5, right? 8 plus 5, 13. Now 8 minus 5. You see, it is going to give 3. If I am going to repeat some other operation, suppose in this place I am giving 51. 51. If I am going to do that, I am getting values in minus. Okay, so all type of operations it is ready to go with that. If I am going to give any type of negative operations, ultimately it will throw negative operations also. So suppose if I am going to give my text box empty, you have to incorporate the exception handling, right? So I have not incorporated it here. While you are going to run the same, try to incorporate exception handling. Otherwise you can create, suppose if the text box is empty, what you have to do, you can show some message dialog. I think you know about using a J option pen, that you could be able to show some message dialog, enter some value, or don't leave it as empty. So likewise you could be able to give it up on that, right? So this is the way to associate the even handling with the text field, right? That's the thing that I want to explain here. So next close this. Right. So next one is text area, right? What's the difference between text field and text area, right? Text area is nothing but a very good example is the compose section of our email box, right? The compose section of our email box. That's what your complete area that I'm going to mention about this. Okay. So I think that's also a very easy one. And even if you want to create any user-defined editors, you can use this text area, right? See, creating controls are common throat swing, right? First I have to create my frame. Next, what is the control I have to create? That control must be created with a default text. I have given us welcome to RIT. I am setting the size of the text area, what it has to be there. I am adding the text area into the frame. The next line, that's all. So these are common throughout the swing. So no need to memorize or mug up. It's easy. First I have to create the frame. Next I have to create the control. Next I have to set the size of the control. Next I have to add the control into the frame. That's all, right? So that is the thing that we are going to do that. So now let us see how my text area is coming, right? So copy this program. Go back to my online editor. Stop the existing program. Erase the previous program and copy the new program. That's it. So let us run it. Right, and you could able to see the text box, text area, right? So the dimension that what I have given, welcome to RIT, could able to see this white box, right? So here further, if you want to type anything, that you could able to type and keep it forward. Okay. By pressing enter key, you can come for the next line. Otherwise, it will go on the straight line. So even you have methods to control those things also, right? So you can attach the scroll bar, everything that what you want to proceed further. That it's easy for you to take it forward. So this is what text area. So difference between text field and a text area is, so text field represents a normal text box which could be legible for single line activities. So when I'm going for text area, it is multi-line activities, right? So that be the main thing. And editor based developments and other component based development that you could able to go for text area, right? J text area. So please remember that, right? So that is a orientation for your text area. And next, text pane, right? The advanced one, right? The advanced one. Okay, text pane. So here you could able to run with some formats, right? So you could able to attach your scroll bar, everything that you could able to do that, right? So initially, while we are learning, we will be working with the text area on all those things. The recent version of JDK I have been provided with this J text pane, right? So let us see what does it consists of. Okay. So see that I am creating the frame. Here I am creating the event for the frame also, right? I am giving the default operation, right? But these things are not necessary. But okay, at a point that you need to know, even for the minimization symbol, maximization symbol, close button, which are available at the right hand side top corner of the frame, that is also can be programmed by you, right? It's also possible. That's the reason why it has been introduced in this section. Okay, so these are all basic contents that I could able to move with. So container is being mapped with my frame. That's what they have given. But all these things will happen as it is. No need to worry about that. So text pane, I am creating the text pane object here. Okay. See that here I could able to perform formatted outputs also. That's what they have given this style constants, right? Style constants. So to incorporate the style constants, what I need, I have to incorporate my attribute set with the created one, right? The created control. That is the reason why using simple attribute set, I could able to incorporate properties for my control, right? So that is what they have given. So properties can be incorporated using the simple attribute set. What are all the properties? that you could be able to incorporate that are available under this style constant class. So here we are going for varieties of things. So what are all the things that we are ready to try for here? We are trying to make it as set bold, right? And we are going to use set italic. I could be able to set the foreground. I could be able to set the background, right? Foreground is the font color, background is the background color of the place where I am going to use my text. Okay, so that's the thing. So as well as I'm going to perform some operations also on the screen. See, I could able to perform operations on the string inside a text pane, right? So for that, the class what I have to use is document class. So using document object, what are all the things that I could able to perform, right? So I could able to perform. I could able to perform a string insertion can be performed, right? A string insertion can be performed as well as I could able to do the appending operation on the already available string also. That is also being possible, right? So that's also being possible. So I could able to I'm creating a scroll bar. Okay, that scroll bar is being added along with my layout facility, right? Border layout using as make it as center, right? So all these things are being possible in a text pane. So if you need a full-fledged editor, assume that you are going to recreate MS Word. So in that case, all the properties are being available to recreate. So that can be mapped with it, right? So that's the idea behind this text pane. In text area, it's very tough for us to incorporate those things. But in text pane, it is easy for us to do these things. And orientation is also very, very easy, right? So they have segregated. Regarding data, we are having document class. Regarding formatting, we are having style constants class, right? So both the data and the formatting are being given with are supported by two different classes, right? So that's what they have shown here. So let us copy this and run. So I'm running this program. So we have some user-defined exceptions also. Yes, here you could be able to see, right? To Java is being welcome is being initially bold, right? You could be able to see that it's bold, right? To Java for to Java. See here for to Java, the corresponding things are happening. Italicized along with that foreground color and background color also being made. Okay, so the final one is going to be my word that I have appended with it, right? So I could able to perform my operations over on this corresponding text pane, right? Along with the existing one, I could able to do my own contents also. See, I am typing on the text pane also, right? So that is also being possible. If we need formatted contents, that I could able to take it over on this, right? So that is the idea on this. And the next one. So in the text area, I think I forget to give you the event handling. I have shown you only the place of creation, associating event handling with the text area. Stop the previous one. So understand that text field, text area, text pane. Okay. In the text area, the event handling, just you want to see that what I'm going to do. What it is going to do, it is going to perform the primary level word processing, right? There's a button, right? We have a button. The button consists of count words, right? Count words. So in the text area, I'm going to type welcome to RIT. So likewise, I have given this. How to handle or process the content available within the text area. So that can be done through area.getText, object name.getText, right? So after that, using the available methods in the string class, I am splitting those things in terms of space. Okay, those are stored into the words. So now I am measuring the length of that array using words.length, right? As well as I am going to count the number of characters in the given sentence. So all those things are completely built in Java. Please remember that, right? No need to write your tedious logic in your C and C++. It's very easy. So I could able to count how many number of words as well as how many number of characters what I have used within this text area. So event handling is going to be performed on the data available on the control, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click count. So it is showing in the upside, right? I think something blurred there, but words 3. Okay, how many words? 3. Welcome to RIT. 3 words are there. Including space, it will count and convey how many characters are there. That's the text length. That is also being given as text length here, right? So that's the way to associate the event with the text area, right? So that's also an example to understand with it. Fine. And regarding a text series, I will show you one more content. Formatted text field, right? Single line formatting. Multi-line formatting we have seen. This is single line formatting. Right? Single line formatting. So completely it's based upon what are all the data based formatting that I could able to do it over here. Okay, that's also being possible, right? So within the text box, if I'm going to give you a symbol, how it will be recognized? Okay, if I'm going to give percentage, how it will be recognized? Okay, if I'm going to give you a decimal point, how it will be recognized? For that, in the previous versions of JDK don't have this support, but in J formatted text field, those are recognized as it is. Okay, those are recognized as it is. That's the thing. So let us see the output. The output will give you the picture. Later then we will come back to the code. Copy. Let us go to that window. Stop here. Sorry. Okay. So don't worry about this much now. Very big code. Don't worry about that. How many controls you are going to create? That many number of controls into 3. That's all. That is the thing that the code have shown you something lengthy, right? Don't feel about that code is very much a bigger one. The things are common. Create the frame, create the control, set the size of the control, add the control in the frame, right? Frame creation is a common statement. How many number of controls you are going to create? That many number of controls into 3. That could be the code. So here you could be able to see that in the first one principle, I am going to include along with the comma, right? See that comma is available. Interest rate, I am going to perform with 10.00 percentage. Okay, here year as usual a normal integer. Okay, amount that it had computed using dollars, right? So the date, right? You could able to see that date is being printed in the date format itself. Okay, so that's the thing. So it's ready to represent today's date. That's all. Now let me change the number of years. Okay, let me change the number of years. 2. See that amount has changed. I don't have any I don't have any command button here, right? By changing the data available in the control itself, the data has been changed. So it has calculated nothing but it is calculating the simple interest operation. That's all, not more than that. But how these controls are preserving its special operators included with them, right? That is the reason why that you have to use the class J formatted text field. Normally you use J text field. Instead of that, you have to go for J formatted text field. That is the only thing. See the code as usual. You are creating the frame, right? That is the only thing. Next, what you are going to create. So since I am going to create this panel, I am creating this J panel, right? That J panel has been given as the caption formats. So you could able to see within a box, you could able to see all these controls are grouped. Okay, all these controls are grouped. That is the reason why it has been given through the J panel, and I have fixed the layout also, right? Grid layout, right? Grid layout is nothing but 6 comma 2 they have given. 6 comma 2 means count this 1 2 3 4 5, and 6th one is also it's being given as the it's not being displayed over there, right? So you could able to see you could able to see there are 6 rows are there, 2 columns are there, right? That's being given over there. So that has been given as the grid layout. Grid layout is much more useful when you are going to create your calculators, right? So that has been given over there. Now for every formatted text field, what I have to what I have to fix it for that. For that you have a separate interface here, or property you can use as this, right? So while the values are going to change, see that I have used at override keyword. While the values are going to be changed, what I need to do, I have to adapt it towards the change. That is the reason why I am writing within this method property change as well as property change event, right? So when any of these three values are going to be changed, again the computation need to happen to represent that code that I have to write within this property change event. Okay, so that is the thing that you have to remember here. So rest of the formatting, what is the formatting I have to fix? That formatting has to be passed as an object into the J formatted text field. For example, here I am going to display the date, current date. So for that I have created date format class, built-in class, which is available in our utility package, right? What I have did, I am creating the J formatted text field. Within the J formatted text field, I have passed that object date format. That's all. By that, it is ready to show the formatted text data. See, even not only now, when you are going to process this data, it will be more useful. This J formatted text field, right? So that is the thing that here you need to know about that, right? As well as when you come for other columns also, right? It is calculating amount and it is storing into that corresponding thing. See, remember students, this principal, interest rate, years, amount, date, all these controls are labels. So how many labels that we have created? 3 plus 2, 5 labels we have created. So 5 into 3, 15 lines will come for it. 5 buttons that we have, 5 text formatted text fields that we have created. So 5 into 3, 15. So there itself we will get 30 lines of code. J panel we have created, right? Again for that the 3 lines of code. Already we have created J frame, right? So count all these codes, that will give you this many number of lines. That's all. Main thing what we have made it. Only thing is property change method that we have made. That's all. So that is the only thing that we are writing extra here, right? So what could be the format that I want to do it? That formatting work first you have to do. After formatting that work, the formatting object need to be passed as an object towards the formatted text field class, right? So here you could able to see that number format they have decided. What is the final object? Rate format. That rate format is being passed into the formatted text field. This is for my interest rate, right? That they have made it, and you could able to see here interest rate is here. Sorry, this is for our interest rate, and you could able to see here precision also they have mentioned. What is the precision that we have to follow? That is also being mentioned. That is also being passed over on that, right? And one more thing. See, this is the very important statement. Whenever I am going to change my value in the corresponding formatted text field, it must be reflected, right? It must be reflected. That is what the this statement will do to that. Add property change listener. Add action listener you have seen, right? Add item listener you have seen, right? Likewise, add property change listener. That is the thing that you have to know that, right? So that likewise it will follow for all the controls. So that is the thing. And how to create the menu. Okay, how to create the menu. So I think you have seen notepad, right? I will show you the application directly. So how to create the menu. I can create a complete notepad using this GUI, right? And also, don't worry about that much number of very big code, right? Don't worry about that. For every control, that what we are going to see, right? See that for working with the menu, you need these three classes. That is enough. You need a menu bar, right? That bar is necessary. Next, you need menu. The main menus are necessary. Remember your MS Word, right? So you could be able to file, edit. You will get this submenus, right? That's called a menu item, right? Menu bar is that rectangular bar. Menu is the name of the main menu. Menu items is the contents which are available in the menu, right? That's all the thing that we have to do. So if you run this code, yes, see that notepad is available for you here. So what is the control that here I have used? Right? What's the control that here I have used? So check that. I'm going to type something, right? I'm going to type something. I am copying this. Sorry. Using mouse, I am copying this. I am using mouse itself. I am using my keyboard itself. Control X operations happening, right? I'm going to again paste Control V. It's happening, right? Pressing enter. Control V. It's happening. Control V. Right? So cut, copy, paste. Right? These are all the options are being enabled here. So see that for everything. So this is called file edit help, right? This is available in a gray color bar, right? You could be able to see. This is called a J menu bar. For creating that, I am having this class. For creating this file edit help, for that I need J menu. So I'm going to click file. No options I have given. So if I'm going to click edit, it is ready to show cut, copy, paste, right? Even if I want to perform this option, I have to write my event handling for each and every option, right? So for example, I'm going to paste. Already it is available in my clipboard, right? So that it is ready to paste that. So for example, in the new line, I will show you the edit, right? Edit, I'm going to give paste. See that already what was available in the clipboard, it got pasted. So how to write the event handling for that? So the complete text area has been I have given. You better change to text pane. It would be more easy, right? It will come along with your scroll bars also. So see that I am adding action listener for each and every item available in the menu. I am adding action listener for each and every menu item available in this menu. I have gathered only for edit operation. So further in collaborative learning, you could be able to create for other things also, right? That is the thing that I want to convey here. So how to receive that event, cut, copy, paste. No need to worry about that. System based operations will be available when you are going to access this get source, right? Get source ta.cut in the text area object. What is the operation that I have to perform? Cut, paste, copy, select all. All these things are available as built-in methods under this text area object, right? So no need to worry about that. So you could be able to simulate complete notepad based operations here, right? So that's what the main content that I could able to demonstrate for you. J menu, right? And one more thing, J editor pane, that is also you need to know about that, because while we are talking about creation of editors here, see I'm writing that much of tough code, right, for creating a notepad. Here by using this you can create an editor directly, right? Instead of doing and creating operations for the each and every control, I'm going to create editor directly, right? I could able to convey what type of operation that I am going to edit here, right? So here I have mentioned, see this code, my pane dot set content type of text hyphen plain, right? So the content whatever I have given, that will be treated as a text content, right? Text content. Now in the same place, if you want to give any formatted text, that can be given through this set content type. That's the thing. See, creation of controls are same as that of thing. I have to create a frame and I have to create this editor pane or editor pane control. I have to add the control into the frame. That's all. That is the only thing that here I have to do. See, the second code is nothing but even I could able to display what should be displayed in a web browser. In the web browser, they will use HTML as the basic language for description. Okay, basic language for description. So Control A, Control C, C in the execution. I stop the previous code. Facing the new code. The new code you have to see here. H1. This is nothing but HTML tag. See, HTML tag will be parsed for HTML code and the data also displayed as per HTML norms. That means editor pane will execute HTML code. That's the idea here, right? See that sleeping will come as like a heading. Rest of the contents will come as a paragraph. That's the role of H1 and P. See that? You could able to see here very clearly. Sleeping is coming as a heading, right? So even if, for example, if I'm going to change here, for example, it is H1 now, I'm going to incorporate HTML code underline U. Right? I'm underlining this code /U. Okay. So let us check. Stop. Again we'll run. See that you got that underline, right? So I could able to use it as a direct editor. No need to go for creating editor like your previous content, right? By creating menus, etc., etc. What do you want to see? Even if you want to create a Java editor, using this you could able to create. Only thing is you have to configure the compiler for this. That's all. So any editors can be created very easily using this JEditor pane, right? So by that we are closing the syllabus today. Here onwards, it is your responsibility to take it forward for the complete process of learning. Thank you for associating with us for this semester.